Hey there, how are ya? Happy Sunday. I pray everybody's having a positive, productive day so far today. If not, I pray that your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and of course the Most High help you with that today. I also pray that He clothes us in His armor from head to toe, that He strengthens our discernment and guides our steps as we go throughout this day. I also want to send prayers and loving healing energy to those people that are still recovering from the storms. Anybody dealing with displacement, loss of a loved one, homelessness, addiction, depression, anxiety, anything of the sort, please just know that you're not alone. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help if at all possible. Of course, there are times where we ask for help and we still don't get it, but we get it from the spirit side either way, right? Okay, that being said, I'm here to pull the prayer card verse of the day. And I'm just going to be honest. This is the second time I've done this video because the first time I did it, I read the wrong scripture. I was supposed to be reading from Corinthians and I read from Chronicles. Or no, I was supposed to be reading from Chronicles and I read from Corinthians. So that scripture was, look to the Lord and look to the Lord and His strength. Seek His face always. And that's 1 Corinthians 16:11. The King James Version says, seek the Lord and His strength, seek His face continually. So it just changes continually to always. So that was a pretty accurate one compared to ones that we've had before. Okay, well, we got several that popped out here. But I'm going to take the one that came out by itself. If you believe, you will receive everything you ask for in prayer. Matthew 21:22. All right. That won't be as easily mixed up. Matthew 21:22. And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive it. Matthew chapter 21, verse 22. And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive. It's all about faith. If you believe in it enough, you make it real. It's part of the confusing computer aspects of this world that we live in. Accepting the reality that there's more than what meets the eye, that there's so much more to it than just living a good life. Of course, that's part of it, but there's a lot of different layers. It's like an onion. There's so many different layers. And that is a deep rabbit hole to get into. But believe it. And you'll get it. I haven't fully mastered that yet. Because I still experience moments of doubt. But He's there. He's working on it all the time. Even though we don't see things happening in front of us, we can feel that there are things happening in the background that we don't know are happening. Whether those are good things or bad things, that's yet to be seen in a lot of cases. But nonetheless, I know there is power in prayer. And this book tells us that there's power, there's life and death in the power of the tongue. You can create and you can destroy with just the words out of your mouth or even your thoughts. So I want to encourage everybody today, don't get stuck in your thoughts. It's easy to do. Believe me, I understand. I'm an overthinker to the core, and it's so hard for me to stay out of my head. But that's where the scripture helps me so much. It helps me stay out of my head. If you don't own a Bible, I would encourage you getting one. Get one with larger print. That way it's easier to read. I've had mine for a long time. My grandparents got it for me when I was a kid for my birthday. But it's good to have it to go to in those moments when you get stuck in your head. And you can even, like, when I first started, I would just flip my Bible open and read whatever it flipped open to. You know, and now with me doing the prayer cards and verse of the day and stuff like that, and the daily devotion, I use those scriptures to guide me where to go and what to read. You don't have to sit down and read it chapter for chapter, page by page. I mean, you can, and, you know, I guess that's how it's intended to be read, but reading it at all, and reading what you're led to read by spirit and not feeling like you have to go by a set program, it kind of takes a little bit of the stress out of it. You know, it's not supposed to be a stressful thing. It's supposed to be an enjoyable thing, an educational, you know, tool that we have. No, it's not all the tools. It's just one. But it's part of the puzzle. As always, be grateful for what you have. The big, the small, and the blessings yet to come. If you see a need out there today, tomorrow, next week, if there's any possible way that you can fill that need, please do so. You may not only better their day, but you could possibly change their life. And you never know the impact it can have on yours. Be blessed, find peace, and I'll see you next time.